What's up, what's up, what's up? How are you? How have you been? Let's get to streaming. Take it out on art. Hello, internet. How is it being the internet, I wonder? They're always like, tell me, internet, about this, but they're not like, how are you today, internet? So I'm gonna say, hey, internet. Anyway, how are you today? Just... Sorry, I'm so stupid. We just got to get this cracker lacking. Get to a little bit of chatting. Get the song rolling. Get these streams up and running. Plug everything in. So many cables. Everything has a cable and a battery. It has to be plugged in or charged up or downloaded or uploaded. I hate cables. It's always I'm like one cable short of having all the cables, but also like I have duplicates of cables I'll never use. You know. What's up, cuz? How are you, Flag? Nice to see you. What is up with you? Currently crashing out over my laptop, not charging quickly, and its battery being drained by the damn spotlight. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. Turn the screen. Dim the screen. Turn off the Bluetooth. Can't disconnect from the internet. That's what I would do. What is Spotlight? Is that a PC thing? Trying to finish this smoothie. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Got to do better power management. Well, what else is going on, Flag? What's going on in life? You've been writing, you've been drawing. What's going on? We about to lock in and slam through some vertical drawings again. Trying to get to 1,000 on YouTube. A little bit more every day. What am I looking at on the... What are these emotes? Right here. What's going on right here? What is happening in this general area? All right. What time is it? 4:08. Let's wait 2 minutes. Stretching my elbows. And then drawing. Move some of the stuff off my table. So, Flag, I'm thinking about I'm gonna finish this sketchbook up, and then I got a smaller sketchbook. So I'm thinking of like trying Trying to figure out a way to do how to get that smaller sketchbooks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Flag. That does suck. Miracle of life. Can't really debate the lucky thing. Okay, all right, back up a little bit, Flag. Some crazy talk. I'm too unk to have this kind of conversation. I mean, if you needed some kind of, you need to talk about something to get off your chest, because whatever, I'm here to listen. Actually, but proverbially in the moment, you shut your damn mouth. Well, maybe you get some rest. Sorry you're feeling bad, though. Hope you feel better soon. Maybe you can find you some snacks and a warm blanket. And a close friend here soon. Help you get through it. Maybe some soup. Shit, go get a massage. Get a 30-minute back rub. Like a professional one. Alright, we got our pencils. We got our charcoals. Oop. We got erasers. Oh, I need my paper towel. I need my paper towel. You know, we're going to try a small sketchbook at some point in time. Yeah, of course, I threw that paper towel away and I'm out of paper towels. Yeah, man. Kind of chilly in here, but I got a jacket right here if I need one. What's up, Zanny? Nice to see you, dude. We're just about to do the vertical sketch thing again. How you been? What's been up? How are you? What's new? Oh yeah, shaved. You hate it? Is it bad? Saw a picture or a video of me other day recently with my full beard. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to shave it off. I kind of forgot that I shaved it. What do we think? Huh? Is it a look? Bad move? Good move? What do we think? Thanks for noticing though, bro. You're the first person who's noticed. Flag didn't notice. Yeah, I just shaved my beard off. It'll be back in 24 hours. It grows so fast, dude. I have a full beard by the morning, probably. I mean, you didn't want to say anything. I don't believe you. So what's the verdict? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Y'all like the shaved Gabriel or do we like the bearded Gabriel? Oh, well, I think that's a compliment. That could be a compliment, right? I'll take that. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. But do I look taller? Do I look cooler? Do I look like an artist? Like I'm gonna draw better? Well, are you saying that he doesn't have curly hair or I don't have curly hair? I thought Pedro Pascal had curly hair. Let's look him up. Man, ladies love Pedro Pascal. I know you're not doing it on purpose, but killing me with kindness today, Flag. Well, hell yeah, then I think I made a good decision. Dang, y'all. Whoo, coming here. Hot. Dang, Flag, Zanny, you have made my fucking week, month, whatever. Although I'm sure Pedro is a good bit older than I am. Ladies like him. But thanks. You're like, you look really young, like Pedro Pascal. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just going to take the part of it where he's handsome and not the part where he's older than I am. Okay. Thanks. Fully unked. Oh, okay, y'all. So we're gonna do some. Let's chat a little bit longer, but we're gonna do some vertical drawing here soon. Thanks, Flag. It's the same hairstyle. All I did was shave my beard. Nothing else has changed. I just shaved my face. It's funny. I remember when I was a little kid, the first time my dad always had a beard, and when he shaved his face, I remember seeing him for the first time with no beard. Oh, it was traumatic. I cried and ran away. Don't run away, kids. It's still me, the guy from Fantastic Four. Still the same old nerd. I tell you what I did do is I turned the lights on in the roof because I thought they looked fancy. Straight up new or something interrupted. Are you able to grow a beard, Zanny? Are you saying that you don't have the genes for it? Grows in the family generally. Goes in the family. My dad grows a real thick beard. I could grow one pretty young. I come out the womb as a little toddler with a beard. Dude, sometimes I still get zits. What do you mean you got acne when you're like 19? What are you, 20? That was 1 year ago? Well, good. Flag, soon you'll be able to grow a mustache too. Soon you'll have a mustache just like your father. They'll call you Flag Jr. Straight up dinner. Oh yeah, that's how I didn't have very bad acne or zits ever in my life, but I've always get them. Like I can still get a zit. I'm way past zit phase, and I'll wake up with a zit. Sometimes it be like that. All right, y'all ready to go vertical? Y'all want to keep chatting for a little while longer? Y'all want to do vertical and chat after the vertical? Got to get that, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Yeah. I feel you, Mom. I feel you. Yeah, that's true. Here's my guy. He was outside playing in the rain. Hey, I wash enough. Yeah, but some zits come from. Oh, look at him. Look at my boy. Oh, he's loving it. Look at him. Oh, I got him. Look. Oh, look, that's the spot. He can't go nowhere. I got him frozen. I hit that restart button. Oh, yes. Oh, look at it. Oh, he's locked up. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, it's a good spot. It's a good spot. Yeah, he was fighting the urge to slap me in the face with that paw. The danger claw is what I call it. He's like, make me slap you. I know what that paw means. I just filled up your bowl. I would love it if you eat it. So tell me, how do y'all find out I'm streaming these days? Do y'all are people doing Discord anymore? Like, isn't Discord like asking for ID now, or are we abandoning Discord? Do you know I'm streaming because I'm on Twitch? How do you know? What's the thing these days? Gotcha. So what if I streamed? What if I streamed like I have like a small sketchbook, and I would probably just have to stream off of my phone. I guess we could just chat, but y'all wouldn't see the the sketchbook. If I started a stream and I streamed on YouTube, does YouTube notify you? What you doing, boy? Ugh. Isn't there a thing with? Have you seen that, Zanny? You're usually up to you're usually up on things like that. Do you know anything about the Discord situation? See that kitty? Yeah, I mean I wouldn't either, but I thought that was saw in the news that Discord was uh taking IDs now or some shit, something like that. Well, I'm asking you. You're the guy that keeps me informed. Oh, great. So that hasn't happened yet? Yeah, let's get some thumbnails real quick. You told me I look like Pedro Pascal. I got a clean shaven face. Let's get some thumbnails. Okay, so pull the chat off. Let's do start recording. Make sure I'm in focus while we do this. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to do some thumbnail faces. Help me. How's this look? Is this a guy who's you'd click on the thumbnail? Maybe do some without the. I'll put on my art jacket, a painter's jacket, my smock. Hey, bro, I gotta make thumbnails. Y'all said I need to make thumbnails. Y'all said I look like Pedro Pascal. Today's the day. It's time to do it. Oh, come on. Do I look more or less like Pedro Pascal? Wait, we can do some thumbnails without the glasses. Come on. Huh? Too much? Should I pull those curtains? Oh, the beard, losing the glasses too much. How's my pose? It's scary. All right, I'll put them back on. They're back on. I don't know what to do. Is this what thumbnails look like? Close enough? I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Well, how is that going to work for the thumbnail? I'm the bad guy in the thumbnail. Do we smile in thumbnails? What are you doing in a thumbnail? Look serious? Like I'm the bad guy? You've got Fantastic Four on the brain. I mean, does this look like a thumbnail you'd click on? Are we thumbnailing? Come on, Zanny, give me some input, dude. Help me out. Leaving me hanging. Am I a thumbnail? Do I look like a famous artist? Like somebody you would watch a video of me drawing? Huh? Deleting data is expensive in most servers, so we'll just put a flag that marks a piece of data as deleted. I mean, I guess it's cheap. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh. The guitar man does seem suave. Well, thank you, Zany. Did you feel the same way about the glasses? When I pulled the glasses off, we were very upset. I just don't remember like did people wear glasses in their thumbnails? Oh, like is that what we need? I got those big googly eyes. Got it, got it. I can do those things. You guys any good at building thumbnails? I got the pictures. You want to help? Of course. Nobody, everybody wants the bread. Nobody wants to help cook the bread. Chicken Little. How are these thumbnails? All right, I'm done. I can't do no more thumbnails. Zanny, you're never any help. You're never any help. You're a good, consistent friend and a hell of a writer. But you are a terrible moderator. You got to be the worst moderator in the community. I gotta say, one of my closest friends in the community, the worst moderator. I'd be willing to bet you don't even know how to ban anybody. You got no ban hammer powers, I bet. If I remember correctly, you were like, "Hey, dude, don't make me a mod." I think we modded you anyway, though. Boo hoo, buddy. Fun. Oh, they must have heard us talking. Zanny, can you ban them? Can you ban them, Zanny? Put your money where your mouth is. Show me, my dude. If you can't ban this bot, I'm gonna ban you. Come on, you could figure it out. See, are you a mod? I can't see in my OBS whether the ban worked or not. Who banned him? Who banned him? Who banned the stream, boo? Who banned the stream, boo? Buddy, you got a whole bowl of food. Eat it up. Hey, sometimes you just gotta give him the wheel. Just let him take the wheel and ban the stream boost. Thank you, Jesus. Would you shut up? Would you shut up? You want more chest scritches? You want more? You want more chest scritches? Huh? Oh, look, there he is, guys. I found the spot again. Oh, where's that sus paw? Where's that sus paw? My sweet boy. Okay, let's see what our close up looks like. Looks pretty good. Feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey y'all. I'm releasing a song on Saturday. By the way. Got a song coming out. I know neither one of y'all really listen to my music very much. I know Flag doesn't. No, Zanny, you said you listened to a couple songs, but we hadn't seen Miss Mentos around here in a while. She's the only one that's actually like a fan of the music. Oh, maybe there's another person from the vertical stream. We got a person in the vertical stream that's a regular, that's a music fan. Flag. I mean, not Flag, but I'm. All right, you bunch of nerds. We about to go vertical. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hold on to your butts. Let me get some. I said that you were not a music fan. Why don't you just run the audio from YouTube in the background? We're down in jerky, drinking water. What, boy? You're supposed to hit me with the meow emote, the kitty cat emote, when you can hear the man, and I know you can hear. Twitch likes it when you use the emotes. That's a good point, Zanny. And like, do they know about some kind of model, some kind of business model we don't know about? Because I don't see why that you would keep doing it all this time. Like, it doesn't seem very effective. I've yet to go to Stream Boo. Um, it's weird. I don't understand the whole situation. Somebody must fall for it. Fuck. I don't know. All right, you bunch of stream boos. Y'all ready to go vertical or what? Y'all ready for this? Get ready to go vertical. We got some friends in the vertical now. Sunlip, Olivia. There's a guy named Gabriel. To run if it makes $10 per month. I mean, you have to build the website that has the fucking content on it. And then you got to build a bot that's been running for years, and you had to build this bot. I mean, it seems like a lot of work. And Streamboo been streambooing before AI. So like somebody had to build that shit. But what do I know? You would know more about that than me. If that's the case, Zanny, you want to start a Streamboo business? We're going in halves on a Streamboo business. Let's do a Streamboo business, baby boy. We can do the Chinese model. I don't like the way you're speaking right now. I don't like it. I don't like where this is going at all. Just people, how many total people clicked on the live stream? Oh, are you talking about, are we just gonna go straight up and start view botting? Are we about to go view bot? We about to do the view bot, baby. Gotta be honest, dude, it was a lot of trouble just getting this fucking stream set up in the first place. Anything more than that, I'm not sure we're gonna be able to pull off. All right, well, I'll tell you what we are about to pull off is this fucking vertical stream. You felt that? That was what we call a segue. Like I'm a real streamer or YouTuber or some shit. I don't fucking size and gay. All right, your gayness. Like your highness. Zanny, uh, flag. If y'all want to make it over to the vertical stream, come hang out. But we're gonna go live now. All right, y'all. See you there. Been procrastinating a long time. All right, let's rock it. No, this is not made for kids. Go live. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, interwebs? We got the stash out for y'all today. We're gonna do some drawings. Hop on into the chat. See if anybody notices the new face setup. The new must. I dropped the stash. The stash reveal. All right, so now we gotta find our vertical live so I can see our one second, y'all. Where is our vertical live so I can pull the chat up? Oh, she's already here. Oh, I'm just trying to find the chat so I don't have to look at my phone on the chat. Hey, what's up, loves? It's nice to have you back. One second, I'm trying to pull the chat up. How are you, loves? It makes me feel like I'm being very friendly just saying your name. Hello, loves. Hello, governor. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's nice to have you back. All right, well, let's get to work, I guess, Let's do what we came to do. Well, I don't know. We're gonna finish a sketchbook today, probably. I'm just gonna do faces and figures unless somebody has a request. What do I do with my pencils? Of course. Well, of course I can't find my pencils. Did I sharpen them? Well, that's going to be a serious problem. I just had these two guys have two pencils. Can't find. Well, it's going to be mighty hard to do some drawings without any pencils. Where'd I put them? Holy cow. Need to break out some new ones, I guess, until they show up. Did you see where I put them? Oh, here they are. Why did we put them in there? Okay, I found them. I'm stupid. Love, Nart. Hi, Nart K2. Is Clippy FPMP the protest wrestler? It was for the process. Okay, so something like this. As soon as you see a face in the chat, you gotta tell me that you see the face. Yeah. Boom. That's not too bad. I'm into we're gonna start zoomed in on the horizontal. All right, so that's the beginning of our face, right? That's not too bad. Okay, let's have some stuff here. Hey, y'all know who else drew two-handed? Da Vinci. Everybody says I draw like Picasso. Nobody says I draw like Da Vinci. Why not? Da Vinci uses two hands. All right, so there's the beginning. Do you see a face there? Again, in this process, when we draw like this, we're not focusing on like proportions or get anything correct. We just want to focus on expressiveness, having fun, reducing stress, letting art function as therapy first and aesthetic second, and it takes time, it takes work to learn how to focus on things different than if you're trying to make things realistic. Be sure and like the stream here, y'all. Like the stream so we can get our friends back in the chat. If you're new here, subscribe. I almost don't want to touch it. I almost like the way that face looks right now. Maybe we just find a couple spots. Kind of bring some details out. Because some of it I was kind of digging. So just using a paper towel here to just kind of smudge some of that charcoal around. Get a little bit of some dynamics. Let's add a little bit of some kind of pupil here, some kind of pupil here. Yeah, it's not terribly important. I put these things in the right place. We're just trying to have fun, Then we'll take our eraser here, maybe, add some kind of highlights, something like that. So a nice bright highlight in the eye there. I think that might be our first one of the day. Hey, y'all, be sure and like the stream. Give us a subscribe. This is our first drawing. Oh, that's true, Flag. I was kind of being facetious, but you're right. All right, so y'all want to see another one? This is the first face of the stream. Yeah, we're going to finish this sketchbook, no doubt. The stream. I got to slow down. Maybe if somebody makes a request, we'll do we'll take a little more time. What do we think? All right, let's get back in there. It's like animal form. You're always right. Animal form. Did you have to read that in school recently? All right, let's do another one. Be sure and like the stream and subscribe to the page. Hey! So what you're saying, Flag, is that if I drew with two hands, but it was realism, then maybe we would get we could get the Da Vinci comparison. But as long as I'm doing these gesture drawings, they gonna call me Picasso? Gotta be honest, they're both pretty complimentary, right? What do we think? Was that fast? That'll go. Perchance. All right, you gotta admit, I drew that face pretty quickly, right? Did that win a sub? Come on, give me a sub. Also like the stream right here. All right. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, y'all. Oh, this one came together quickly too. Sometimes I don't want to draw too much. Like I just gotta dig the way they come out sometimes. I just want to leave them. Maybe we can just add a little bit of darkness there to give us something to focus on. My electric eraser. What do we think? That one came together pretty fast. I want to sometimes I like them. You know? All right, do we want to keep doing portrait, y'all, or should we do a figure next? I can't believe I blew through 2 of them in 9 minutes. I gotta slow down. We gotta pick something else, or I got to we're going to start going to my small sketchbook. All right, this next one, let's spend a little more time on it. And then maybe we'll do a figure. All right, what we got here? Okay, let's do so we want to give a little more time than we normally do, maybe. That last one went so fast. So it's a little cross side. Like that. Tell me when you see the face here. Oh, this fella's got a beard. You see that? Oh. It was the old me before I shaved it down to a mustache. Oh, I feel like even have ears. That's fun. That's just how they come out sometimes. You know? Are you an artist? If anybody's watching the stream, are you an artist? Are you left-handed? Are you right-handed? Are you Zanny? Flag? Are y'all both right-handed? Either one of y'all left-handed? Heck, any of y'all ambidextrous? That's a very Chad-looking fellow we got here. This is just expressive drawing. It's not about trying to make something look realistic. It's just about like, can we have fun and kind of de-stress and think of art as therapy? So instead of like trying to make something look perfect or trying to make everything in the right spot and the right highlights, like I just want to focus on the quality of the lines that I'm drawing. So instead of like focusing on, does this drawing have to be perfect or realistic or look exactly, I try to actively kind of remove those thoughts from the process. If you're everything in life, from school to work and relationships, asks you to be totally focused on doing the very best perfect job that you can at any whatever the craft is or the action is. But when you're making art, it's one of those things where you kind of get to set the, hey, what's up, Rodney? How are you, Rodney? Are you an artist? It allows you to kind of set the stakes, you know? And so many times you'll start making art and you'll just get real stressed out because maybe it doesn't look perfect or it doesn't look exactly right. And that stress will be something you carry over and you start attributing like those negative feelings to art, and you might not want to make art anymore because it makes you angry. And there's two in my opinion, you have two things happening there. Number one, we attribute frustration to negativity all the time, but um, frustration is what it feels like right before you transform something negative into positive. So if you gave up on something every time you got frustrated, you would never kind of have that breakthrough and get into something better. And that's true in life, and that's also true in art. So if you're making art and you're getting frustrated, well, the answer is to start to train that part of your brain that gets frustrated to kind of back off. And you can tell that part of your brain like, hey, it's not your job to judge this piece of art. It's not your job to judge me. We're on the same team. I just want to make a drawing that's expressive, that feels nice, um, that's therapeutic at the end of a long day. Maybe you've had a bad day or you're dealing with conflicts. Well, I want to go home and I want to make a piece of art, and I don't want to judge myself about it. I don't want to expect something out of me. I just want to have fun putting lines on a sheet of paper. I want to have fun um expressing myself through art. I want to take all the bad things and the negative moments, and I want to bury them in this piece of art so that I don't have to carry it around anymore, you know? And it's something that you have to practice. You have to learn how to do. You have to just like you'd have to practice to draw realistically, you have to practice how to draw expressively. You have to practice how to convince yourself that it's not important to draw something perfectly. You have to convince yourself that you're not making mistakes. You're just cultivating a style. There's just a million ways to draw, and if every time you make a mistake, you crafted it out of your work, and everybody's crafting all the mistakes out of every piece of art they make. Everybody's art is just going to look the same. Every single picture in the world's going to look like a photograph, and that doesn't sound very fun. We want a world that has a bunch of different kinds of art, and I think uh, expressive art, abstract art, is just as important as realism. And I also think it takes the same amount of focus and practice to kind of draw in a way that's expressive and not in a way that's realistic. Because if you want to draw in a way that's expressive, you're forced to kind of look inside yourself, look inside your mind, and not look at a reference or look out into the world. And and everybody can look out into the world, see something, and over time craft it into something that looks real. But I think what's really difficult is like giving yourself permission to not draw reality, you know? You know, some of it is giving yourself permission to just like be expressive, and and I'm not drawing what's I'm looking at necessarily. I'm kind of putting myself into the piece of art in a way. So like you could think of, a photograph is really just reality that we're looking at. But a great artist says, many great artists have said that every portrait is a self-portrait. Whether you mean it to be or not, the decisions you make as an artist, uh, they put yourself into the work. And I want to actively put myself into the work. So, like, what are movements that only my hands will make? What are motions and thoughts that only my hand makes? Like, when you draw your signature over time, that signature becomes so individual to you that only you can do it. So, like, how can you find a way to draw that gives you that same permission, to draw the lines only you can draw in a way that only you can draw? If we all sit here and craft these perfect pictures in the same way, then there wouldn't be art. Everything would just look exactly the same. But there's something about expressing ourselves through art that is very intriguing. And it also takes time to learn to be expressive. And more than learning to be expressive, it's a lot of time, it's like giving yourself permission. And that's the part that upsets me, or that I'm here to talk about, is like, you can. Oh, if you drop a charcoal pencil, it never sharpens. You can you can draw pictures any way you want to. You can make art any way you'd like to. There's no specific right or wrong. And because everything in life has these very specific right and wrongs, sometimes it's hard to kind of move forward in a world, or in a craft where you want to remove the expectations and you just want to create expressively. And I think that if you spend time thinking about, like, am I having fun with these lines? Just like you sit around and you write signature until you can, like, write it without thinking about it. And then when somebody asks you to write your signature, like, generally people are excited to write their signature. And I think you could have a signature style of art where over time, the lines that you draw with, it's going to be really hard for people to replicate your lines, and I think just like your signature. So if you can work in a way where it's like, I'm focused on the line quality, I'm focused on the expressiveness of my art, maybe you could create an art in a way that other people haven't seen yet. If you do, and I love realism, but like, if everybody's creating realism, then we don't see any kind of new art, we don't see things moving forward. And also, there's this transformative nature that art has, where you can take negative feelings and turn them into something positive through expressive work. And that sometimes when you're doing realistic work, it might add stress to your life. And I think sometimes when you're doing expressive work, there's a way to do it where it doesn't add stress to your life. It's more of a stress relief. And I think just like realism takes time and practice, I think that, like, therapeutic art also takes just as much time and practice, if not more. And again, most of that is a permission structure, just allowing yourself to make mistakes, allowing yourself to move forward, even when the line you drew wasn't perfect, you know. And I think those lessons are important, not just in art, but everywhere in your life. There's going to be moments in your life where you don't have all the control, or you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and that can be stressful, but also, like, if you've spent your time working on art, drawing, and allowing yourself to be expressive through your work, you might be able to say, when I'm making art expressively, I don't I kind of let go of control, and I let go of expectations. And when you end up in the real world that we live in, and you might end up in a situation where you don't have all the control, or you don't know what the outcome is, and you might say, "Hey, I know how to kind of move in these circumstances, because when I make art, I give myself permission to kind of, like, work at my highest caliber, even when I don't have all the control, because I've been practicing that kind of process." And I think that is true, where you can learn lessons in art, like, some of these lines, they don't actually matter. you know, and I can still make a wonderful piece of art even if I don't have all the control, or even if I don't know what the outcome might be, you know. I can make a wonderful piece of art even though the expectations aren't realistic, or um, there's so many ways I can make a piece of art without stopping myself every 2 seconds to say, hey, you're not good enough, that's not good enough, try better. And it takes practice to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I don't need to make the perfect piece of art. I don't need to make the most realistic piece of art. I just need to make art, you know. And I think that's very important about art, is that it's just important for it to exist, you know. As long as art exists, the world is a better place because of it. And I think that's indicative of it being, you know, human creativity, because the world is a better place because you're in it. And, you know, the art that you make, just the fact that you exist, even if it's not art, the world is a better place because you're part of the world. And I think that art is the same way. Just by it existing, the world is better. It doesn't have to be perfect art. Just like you don't have to be perfect every day. You can make mistakes. Every day is not going to be your best day, but it doesn't mean that you're not making the world a better place. Even if your art isn't perfect, it doesn't mean that it isn't perfect for its sake or for what it's doing. Like the, you know, art and existence and all these things, they're not perfect, and we don't have all the control in the world all the time. And I think we got to understand that we got to express ourselves in ways that make us feel better and make the world better. Like if you take all the negativity in your life and you take it and you express it through art, you're literally taking negativity and you're turning it into positivity. And I think that's magical. That's a fucking superpower. And if everybody was at home expressing themselves through art to make negativity positivity, we can literally transform the world into a more positive place. So next time you're making art, instead of like giving yourself a hard time about it, like learn to give yourself some grace. Try to let yourself just be expressive. You know, don't feel like every piece of art has to look real. Every piece of art has to be perfect. You know, maybe it could just be some scribbles on a sheet of paper that feel like your signature. You know, maybe some scribbles on a sheet of paper that kind of give you um some relief from life, a little bit of stress relief, instead of adding stress because you're trying to draw the perfect realistic picture, you know. Flag Knight says preach. Thanks, Flag. What do we think about this drawing? 25 minutes. We should do that. Anybody want to make a request? Peach, did you request a peach? Oh no, you said preach. All right. So we're gonna do a couple more. 25. Maybe we'll do one more drawing. Save some of the sketchbook. Maybe we'll stream a little bit later as well. Be sure and like the stream. Sub to the page. All right, I guess we'll do another face. I'm gonna look at a portrait instead of just drawing one from my mind and see what happens. All right, we ready? Let's give it a shot. All right. Okay. like that. Okay, that's a pretty decent start. What do y'all think? Can you see the face in there? Oh, dang, I forgot to do the zoom again. There you go. I kind of like the way that looks. Not too bad. All right, so like I said, this one, instead of just drawing right out of my imagination, I'm looking at a portrait reference. Usually I try not to look at anything, and I try to just surprise myself. And at the same time, like, I am looking at the image and I'm choosing places where to put shadows and highlights, but I'm giving myself some grace and understanding that in this particular way I'm drawing, it's not literal. I'm implying certain things. So even if it doesn't look exactly like the drawing, I mean the photograph I'm referencing, that's fun because it's being transformed from a photograph on the internet to an expressive piece of art that only I could create. You know, I'm being transformative. I'm taking this image and I'm focusing on putting my expressiveness into it rather than focusing on trying to um, make it realistic. You know, if that makes sense. And you could do it too. Like, and it takes a practice. Like, a lot of it is like, I'm gonna go buy, you might have to go buy a sketchbook with the intentions of maybe like throwing it away and then saying, what I'm gonna do with this sketchbook is I'm just gonna give myself permission to draw a bunch of really fast, terrible drawings. And then in the end, throw the book away. So if you get a sketchbook and it's got 70 pages in it, instead of getting like a regular sketchbook, get some newsprint, which is really affordable sketchbook paper, and try to just draw a bunch of bad faces. And when you're done with the book, recycle the paper. It's not always about like it doesn't have to be about anything other than like self-expression for a moment, and it doesn't always have to be visual art. Think about maybe like you could write a story, if you're having a bad day or a bad week or you're dealing with conflict in your life, like open up a book and write about how you feel, draw about how you feel. That's kind of what art is about and for. And I think sometimes we forget about that. We just think about like the end product. Can we draw the most beautiful picture in the world, the most realistic picture? And I think sometimes we forget that it's not really about drawing the most realistic picture. If we all drew the most realistic picture, all of our pictures would look exactly the same. And I don't think that's what's exciting about art. And I don't think that what we're looking for in art is perfection. You know, what kind of draws people to art is definitely not the perfection. And I think there's a lessons in life, where you don't have to be perfect, and people aren't drawn to perfection in life. People are just kind of Flag says my high school art teacher should take notes from you. uh, oh fuck. Oh, I bet your high school teacher doesn't cuss. But yeah, I mean, I think expressiveness is a very important part of art, you know. And I think we forget to practice expressiveness. You think it just happens naturally, but it takes some thought and some attention to kind of like give yourself whatever kind of permission it takes to not expect perfection. And just like I was saying, like the world is just better because there's art in it. And just like the world's better because you're in it. And you don't have to exist and be perfect, just like art doesn't have to exist and be perfect. It just has to exist. The be perfect part is not part of life and it's not part of art. And I think every day we practice, like, can I do this perfectly? Can I make this exact? And I think that we lose track of ourselves, we lose track of our feelings and what we're even out to do in the first place. And I think it takes a lot of practice to give yourself um permission to color outside the lines, to color right off the page. Give yourself permission to draw lines that reflect how you feel more than reflect um, the image you're looking at. And I think that kind of art is the most human kind of art. When you're expressing yourself and you're making mistakes, and when you let your mistakes gather together into one piece of aesthetic, I think we kind of start to get to some kind of art that really starts to reflect who we are in a way that only our art can. Like only you can draw your signature, but how can every piece of line, how can we make every line in our art a signature? Yeah, I kind of like this one. What do y'all think? Might be the last portrait of the day. All right, let's go ahead and dial in these pupils. We're going to put a lot of high contrast here, and anywhere you put high contrast in a piece of work, whether it's poetry or film or drawing, that's where the audience's attention will go. Let's put some high contrast areas, nose, mouth, eyes, places we want the audience to look. There we have it. My friends, there's our last portrait of the stream. You know what? We might stream a little bit later. I'm going to save a couple of pages from my sketchbook. We might actually do a small sketchbook stream later. All right, well, that's it. Let's look at some close-ups. How does it look? Does it look crazy? Does it look like chaos? There it is. All right, we're going to end the vertical stream. We will still be in the after party on the horizontal. See you there. Bye, y'all. Take it out on art. All right. Bad. Oh man, I'm just tired and hungry. This rain has taken all the energy out of me. I'm gonna go wash my hands. How'd I do? How do I do? If I do a vertical stream, like I just stream vertical straight to my phone, and I don't do the horizontal, um, will you know? You get a notification? Yeah, we got to do a subathon soon or something, probably. But we should do. Remember, we did a 12-hour stream one time. Were you here for that, Flag? Do that again sometime. All right, y'all. Zanny, it was lovely to chat with you. Flag, I appreciate you hanging out. We got a couple new subscribers and 150 views. That's pretty cool. Hit you with the tunes. Hit you with the title. Boom.